So this is, we will be discussing business valuation today. And I will not be wrong if I say that this is perhaps is the most powerful function you will ever see in the corporate history. Because यहाँ पे आप एक बिजनेस की दाम लगाते हैं या उसका मोल लगाते हैं या फॉर दैट मैटर उसकी एक इंट्रिंसिक वैल्यू एस्टैब्लिश करते हैं और उसकी बेसिस पे then all your ROIs, ROEs are determined. Assuming if you manage to kind of get a very, very good deal, so your ROI or perhaps your ROEs is going to be expedited in terms of perhaps the time period of it. So this is, I believe this is going to be one interesting topic to kind of have discussion on. So what are the topics we'll be covering today? So that we'll also be talking about this concept of business valuation and what are the key methodologies in terms of doing business valuation. So I'm sure irrespective of the asset class, I would want to obviously inculcate that skill set wherein you are able to kind of establish at some level of the value of an asset. I'm sure it is more of an art, not something scientific or perhaps something which you can derive from a formula, but obviously there are little qualitative nuances that you have to kind of also fit in order to come up with the final valuation. Okay. So everybody can see this slide? जी सबको ये स्लाइड नजर आ रही है जी? What is the business valuation? जी नजर आ रही है. Perfect. Okay. So business valuation, as it says that it determines the economic value of a business or a business unit. It can be used to determine the fair value of a business unit for a variety of reasons, including sale value, established partner ownership, taxation, and even divorce proceedings. Several methods of valuing a business exist, such as looking at its market cap, earning multiplier, or book value, or perhaps among other. So there are a lot of KPIs in terms of determining the value of the business, depending on what business you are talking about. So इसमें देखिए जो सबसे first of all I'm sure I would want to obviously ask the audience here, आपने कभी कोई business की या diligence में या for that matter in terms of have you ever got close to determining the value of an asset?
Yes, I have.
Perfect, Shreya. Shreya, can you share your experience?
Yeah, it has been a good experience. I did valuation on the basis of DCF and also market multiples. So when I was working for Deloitte, so we were valuing the company called Capco.
Okay.
So during that project, I did the valuation with my team.
Great. So I think you've already gone very, very close to determining the value of an asset. So I'm sure I'm not sure how embedded other participants are, but with that note, let us continue forward. So the topic of business valuation is obviously we discuss this very, very frequently in our talk. Business valuation is typically conducted when a company is looking to sell or perhaps or a portion of its operation or looking to merge or acquire with another company. So there are like various permutations we can look at. One is that you are either looking to kind of sell 100% business, A, or B could be that you are only looking to sell some minority stake. C could be that you are willing to sell super minority. Super minority is anything closer to like 30 to 40%. It is not a controlling stake, but yet it is very close to a controlling stake. And then there is obviously control, simple control, as you say, 51% and beyond. And then there is absolute control, which is 100%. Everybody are on the same page in terms of understanding the shareholding percentages. अजी सबको समझ आ रहा है जी मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So the valuation of business is the process of determining the current worth of business using objective measures and evaluating all aspects of the business. So देखिए ये जो exercise है ना valuation की, ये it cannot be carried out in isolation. It has to be justified, validated at all levels, and substantiated. Because the person you are to whom you're selling the business, it has to be explained to him thoroughly as to why we're charging this much amount of money for this business. So you also need to be very, very convinced whether the price you're asking is justified. And how can you justify it? You obviously look at various measures in terms of how you would want to obviously value your business. How deals have happened in the past, what valuation methodology has been used in the past. So all these are questions that you need to answer before you come up with a valuation. So business valuation might include an analysis of the company's management, capital structure, future earnings, prospects, or the market value of the asset. देखिए होता पता है क्या इसमें क्या चीज वैल्यू कर रहे हैं? इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द नेचर ऑफ द एसेट. अब होता ये है कि जैसे अगर मैं कोई आईटी कंपनी वैल्यू करता हूं तो आईटी कंपनी में आप कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर वगैरह नहीं देखेंगे ज्यादा. उसका रीजन ऐसे है क्योंकि आईटी कंपनीज में आइडियाज की वैल्यू होती है. आइडियाज की वैल्यू होती है. तो ऑब्वियसली कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर इतना मैटर नहीं करता. हाँ, ऑल्दो एसेट ड्रिवन बिजनेसेस जो कि बिलीव करते हैं ट्रेडिशनल एसेट्स पे, उसके अंदर कैपिटल स्ट्रक्चर बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. फ्यूचर अर्निंग तो फ्यूचर अर्निंग दोनों केसेस में इंपॉर्टेंट है. आईटी बिजनेसेस के अंदर भी, दूसरे बिजनेसेस के अंदर भी. आईटी बिजनेसेस में और ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है क्योंकि आप एक बड़ी हेफ्टी प्राइस दे रहे होते हैं और उसके नीचे कोई खास एसेट नहीं होता एज अ प्रोटेक्टिव लेयर. अगर आप किसी आईटी बिजनेस में इन्वेस्ट करें तो होगा क्या, अगर खुदा ना करे बिजनेस गोज फॉर लिक्विडेशन, there is very seldom, it's very remote possibility that you will end up recovering any money. However, in the case of assuming you bought a textile unit, so in case of textile unit you will be able to salvage a lot of value because उसमें काफी ज्यादा जो वैल्यू छुपी हुई है वो प्लांट एंड मशीनरी में. प्लांट एंड मशीनरी इज ऑलवेज सेलेबल. पाकिस्तान अभी टेक्सटाइल के अंदर बड़ा बूम आया हुआ है. Oh, I'm sure there are a lot of buyers who can potentially buy your asset. Okay, so the tool which we use for valuation can vary among evaluators, businesses, and industries. Common approaches include a review of financial statement, discounted cash flow, and similar company comparison. देखिए इसकी लीडिंग मेथोडोलॉजी क्या है? लीडिंग मेथोडोलॉजी यही है कि दो तरीके हैं. आप बोलते हैं एक एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यूएशन मेथोडोलॉजी है. क्या बोलते हैं जी? ये मैं रीकन्फर्म करूं ताकि आई जस्ट वांटेड टू इंश्योर दैट ऑडियंस इज आल्सो अलाइव.
Absolute.
जी, एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यूएशन मेथोडोलॉजी एंड द अदर वन इज रिलेटिव वैल्यूएशन मेथोडोलॉजी.
Yes.
सही है. अच्छा, एब्सोल्यूट का मतलब क्या है? एब्सोल्यूट का मतलब ये है कि आप जो है एसेट को इन आइसोलेशन देखते हो. हमें कोई गर्ज नहीं है कि दूसरे एसेट कितने पे वैल्यू कर रहा है, ये दूसरा कुछ और एक चीज कितने पे वैल्यू कर रही है. हमें अपने एसेट से कंसर्न्ड है. वी ओनली वांट टू फाइंड आउट द वैल्यू ऑफ आवर एसेट. how can we do that? We can do that through various techniques. And all of them are cash flow driven. So one leading technique in this case is which is called discounted cash flow technique. Okay, तो एक तरीका डिस्काउंटेड कैश. दूसरा हो गया कैश फ्लो के अंदर आपने क्या कैश फ्लो यूज करना है. दैट इज टू बी सीन. ऑब्वियसली यू वुड वांट टू सी द ट्रेडिशनल प्रॉफिट्स, उसकी बेसिस पे करना है, या यू वुड वांट टू कैलकुलेट द वैल्यू यूजिंग अ डीडीएम मॉडल, डिस्काउंटेड डिविडेंड मॉडल. That is also relative. अच्छा, दूसरा तरीका क्या है? दूसरा तरीका ये है कि दूसरा रिलेटिव तरीका है. रिलेटिव वैल्यूएशन मेथोडोलॉजी है. वो क्या कहती है वो कहती है कि भाई आपने फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आइडेंटिफाई करना है what are the similar assets which are close proxy to your asset. Okay, assuming that asset is also in the listed space. Okay, if it is in the listed space, तो listed space में तो ऑटोमेटिकली रोजाना लेन देन होता है शेयर का, तो उसकी एक मार्केट कैप डेवलप हुई भी होती है इनवेरिएबली। अगर बहुत ज्यादा पैसिवली ट्रेडेड शेयर है, मतलब दिन में कुछ भी खास ट्रेड नहीं हो, तो फिर तो आपको कुछ ना कुछ और एक्सरसाइज करनी पड़ेगी निकालने के। लेकिन अगर एक डिसेंटली ट्रेड होता है, डिसेंट अमाउंट ट्रेड होता है, तो उस केस में आप जो है अपना उसको यू कैन यूज इट एज अ प्रॉक्सी। इसके ऊपर हम डिटेल्स में जाते हैं आगे वाली स्लाइड्स में। आई होप अभी तक सब कुछ समझ आ रहा है, कोई सवाल तो नहीं है?